Yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, and I'm back at it for another post-fight review, post-fight results. We got this fight coming out of Japan, and hey man, you see, man, like Naoya Inoue, it's a damn problem with Americans. You know what I mean? One thing about Americans, I don't know, man. It's like just because a man ain't from USA, they don't rate the man. Here we are in 2023, and there's still people be faking on this guy. Naoya Inoue monster, like this guy ain't who he is, you know? Dogs. Naoya Inoue just came up in weight, came up 4 pounds, and he just laid the smackdown on a very skilled American fighter, you know? I'm a big fan of Cool Boy Steph. I'm not here one of these fellas who just be running my mouth. I've seen this guy fight live, you know what I mean? You know, I've really seen Cool Boy Steph fight live. And I've always thought this guy is a skilled fighter, especially the kind of guys he takes on, you know what I mean? All he does is fight undefeated fighter after undefeated fighter after undefeated fighter. Here he is daring to be great, I guess, or is it Naoya the Monster he knew he daring to be great? He goes to Japan and he lays the smackdown, you know what I mean? You know, this man Naoya the Monster Inoue lays the ultimate smackdown on a unified champion, and he treats him like like he didn't even exist. You know what I mean? It was and this was one of the best performances I've seen. This reminds me of Floyd Mayweather versus Jose Luis Castillo. Absolutely, you know what I mean? This guy comes up in weight, comes up a weight class like Floyd did, moved up from 130 after he had dominated 130. Comes up to 135 to fight the number one champion, the number one guy at lightweight, who was Jose Luis Castillo. This man, Cool Boy Steph, was very tentative from the get-go, you know. He got dominated with the jab, you know what I mean? You know, this man, Naoya the Monster, he knew he had my man, Cool Boy Steph, rat tail, going all over the place, you know what I mean? Especially in that eighth round. Cool Boy Steph was leaking already from the third round. You know, this was a type of fight, you know what I'm saying? Cool Boy Steph didn't fight the type of fight he's supposed to. Wasn't nothing slick about him today. Didn't use his jab. This guy got the longer reach. But the Naoya the Monster Inoue set the tone with the jab from the get-go, you know what I mean? Jab into the stomach, some sharp piercing jabs. And you know, it was just it was, to me, it was a thing of beauty. How Naoya the Monster Inoue took away all the attributes that Cool Boy Steph had to win this fight, you know. Cool Boy Steph could have won this fight if he kept the distance, you know what I mean, kept this guy on the outside and used a lot of footwork, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of like what Teofimo Lopez did to what's his name? To Josh Taylor, you know what I mean? You know, a lot of footwork, not just standing in front of the man, piecing him up, and then moving, you know what I mean? Stick and move. But nope. Now, look at the Monster Inui proved today why he is not just a big puncher, but he is what he is a boxer puncher. He outboxed the man, Cool Boy Steph, today. Straight up and down. What up, B More to BK? What the deal, my G? Big up, big up. B More to BK says, we've been following Cool Boy and he has no match, and he was no match for Inui. Cool Boy looked slow and out of place, in my opinion. Big up Inui, no question. Cool Boy Steph was scared to get cracked. That's what it was. You know, that jab, you know, the jab was in his face, and he was a little too far out of distance, and it looked like the man Naoya the Monster Inoue. Oh, he had some beautiful punches, y'all. I'm talking about that left jab to the head, to the stomach, and then hooking off the jab to the head. Cool Boy Steph ain't saying seeing them kind of combinations. Now, Cool Boy had his opportunities, you know what I mean? He landed some nice 1-2s, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of overreaching, you know? He was kind of a little out of place with them his best punches of the night, you know what I mean? But in the eighth round, man, Cool Boy Steph got iced. Iced. You know? You know, them fellas got dropped, man. He got dropped twice. This man got dropped. It first started with that big right handed. You might see it on my thumbnail. That's the big punch that set it off and started it all. You know what I mean? A big lead right hand, as you can see. He got his hand, excuse me, cocked back and ready to unleash. And the power punching aspect of the game. Look, man, I'm never one to ever say that just a boxer just because man got power, he'll always beat a boxer. Nah, that's not how it goes. Look at Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd, you know. But Cool Boy Steph is just look, man. There's levels to this, and I guess he's not the pound for pound guy that he was aspiring to be. The way this man Naoya put him under, there was a lot of stake in this fight. Cool Boy Steph had the opportunity to be a top three pound for pound fighter if he went to Japan and beat this guy, the monster. But nope. Nah, Naoya wasn't having it, dogs. Slim put him under the ropes. Dropped him twice in that eighth round, and he just finished him, man, with a barrage of punches. Put him under the ropes, then he put him in the corner and sat his ass down, man. Hey, man, y'all gonna have to stop faking on fighters just because of where the fuck they come from, man. That's that bullshit, man. If a man could fight, he could fight. Tim Bradley's comparing this guy to Manny Pacquiao. He has similarities like Manny Pacquiao. What is he, a four-division champion? He still got another four more to do it in order to be like Manny. Manny Pacquiao is the only 8 different division champion in boxing history. Now he's a fourth. He's went from 108 115, I believe. Yes, he skipped 112. 108, 115, 118, and here he is at 122, unified champion. Went up to 118, 122 and beat the number one guy. Didn't have no tune-ups. Didn't fight guys to acclimate to the weight. Nope, he went in straight up and down and fought the best fighter in the division, and he knocked his ass out. Yeah, I give it up to the man now with the monster Inoue. I personally believe he's a top three pound for pound fighter. Only qualms that I have with him or any criticism that I have of Naoya the Monster Inoue throughout his boxing career is his uh his short stay at 115, which is a popping division up until maybe up until maybe the Chocolatito versus El Gallo third fight. Yeah, that's one thing I never understood why Naoya the Monster Inoue didn't fight guys like Chocolatito, El Gallo, Juan Francisco Estrada, that is, Rung Vasai. There was a lot of live fighters at 115 once upon a time, especially when Naoya the Monster Inoue came to USA, made his HBO debut. And he said, fuck this shit, man. I'm going back to my country, man. They don't know me in America, man. Everybody know me in Japan. But that's the only criticism I had, how he went to 118 and there wasn't a lot of live dudes at 118 like there was at 115. But you know, in boxing, not everybody can fight every single body, and that's in the past. But even I guess even when he does retire, and if I do a critical look at the man's whole career, that's the only flaw I'll say. That's something I could do, in the future. Fights we didn't get to see. Not we the Monster Inui versus Chocolatito or El Gallo or Rungvisai them times. But here he is. The Monster got 2 straps, and hopefully we'll get a unification versus the Filipino, who I believe is a or maybe 4 weight class champion. Marlon Tapales, a guy from the Philippines who holds himself the WBA and IBF straps that he got it via controversial decision versus MJ Akhmadaliev. You know what I mean? A guy who was a unified champion in like 7 fights. So I enjoyed this fight. Man, woke up earlier than usual to watch this fight, and I'm glad I caught it. Get big up to Cool Boy Steph. Like I said, I don't know who dared to be great. Was it Cool Boy Steph bringing his straps to Japan? Dared to be great, to be one of the best pound for pound fighters we've had in boxing in the last 8 years? Or was it the man Naoya the Monster Inoue coming up in weight and fighting the number one guy? And I believe Cool Boy Steph, I'm not too sure, might be the Ring Magazine champion over there too. Hey man, however you look at it, it doesn't fucking matter. The right man won the fight, and he ain't leaving it in the judge's hands. He let the fist do the talking. And I had my man Cool Boy Steph, Rat Tail, going all over the place, man. It was kind of crazy to see this guy getting laid out like that. He got up, man didn't stay on his back. But goddamn, if Naoya Monster Inoue, one of the best fighters we've seen in boxing in the last 10 years, I don't know what to tell you, man. You see, a lot of people just like to watch boxing on the channels they prefer. Or you know, look, man, if you got a live fighter, I told y'all, man, I don't care what channel he fight on. ESPN, Nickelodeon, Discovery Channel, C-SPAN, Cooking Network, Shopping Network. I don't give a damn where he fight on, man. You gotta give these guys their respect, you know what I mean? A lot of guys, you could tell they don't know shit about boxing. They don't know shit about boxing. The man, guy like Dante, look, this is no shade on the man Dante's Boxing Nation. Dante's Boxing Nation was trying to tell people from months ago. He been watching a lot of film, and he thought this guy, Cool Boy Steph, gonna give this man Naoya the Monster a boxing lesson, and blah blah blah. Now people get predictions wrong. You know what I mean? But I never thought that this fight was a cakewalk for the man, Cool Boy Steph. Now, Japan don't have a history of robbing fellas on the scorecard. And really and truly, anybody listening to this boxing video who been watching boxing, how many times you see Black American fighters go to Japan? This is rare, This is very, very rare to see a Black American fighter step up out of his comfort zone with a couple straps. Look like man like Jamal Charlo. You think that man was ever gonna go to Australia to put up all his straps versus Kostya son? He ain't gonna do that. That's why this was a unique position that we see in Cool Boy Steph putting his straps on the line and going out there as a unified champion. So like I said, Japan don't got a history of really robbing fellas like they might do in England or some shit. Or even USA. Fuck what you heard. Niggas come to USA from other countries, man, they get a raw deal. You know what I mean? That's just the truth about it. It's not just the UK. But at the end of the day, we hadn't seen this type of dynamic. There was a lot at stake. I rate Cool Boy Steph, but I'm one of the few people on this planet Earth who really thought that, maybe I'm not one of the few. Maybe there's some of us who really thought he looked bad versus Figueroa. Now they put the Brandon Figueroa and try to compare with the Monster Inoue because they fight totally different. Brandon Figueroa is a guy who's mad tall and longer reach, who gives up his weight. I'm saying, and likes to brawl it out rather than fight from a distance, keep man at the edge of his jab. But he ain't look good in that fight. And now he the monster. He knew he was a come forward fighter, and sure enough, he came through. But he set it off with the jab and beat the shit out of the man, Cool Boy Steph. Be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. If you like the content, hit the thumbs up. Let me know how you guys saw this fight, man, and let me know what y'all think about the Monster Inoue. Let me know. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm gone. Out of here. One. Peace.